How's it going, folks? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech, but today I want to check out this Vivitar Go camera. You can do so many things with this. Only 40 bucks Canadian rupees at the Wally World. Man, look, they put this stuff in so many different languages that they only had to manufacture one card for all this fun stuff. This thing feels like it's packed and you get 3 different kind of mounts. So ultimately they're selling this as a multiple unit kind of thing. It's basically like a GoPro. You can use it as a dash cam and just as a camera for use in any time when craziness may ensue, I suppose. So this is the first time I've ever seen a camera advertise for this many uses. Let's get it on the inside and see what it has. So I gotta say, one thing I don't like about this off the hop is it doesn't give you much information about how good it is. It says it's 12 megapixels, but it doesn't say is it 1080, is it 720. It says DVR757HD, so it might be safe to say that it can only do it in 720p, but there's only one way to find out. Get her opened up. Oh, look at all this swag they send you with. Oh, even the little paperwork. Perfect. That's what I like to see. I get it out. Definitely feels very rubbery around the outside. It's very fabricy around here. This part pulls right out. We get our screen on the back. We get our options on the top. Here's our open section over here. This thing is rated for... Oh, okay. This thing is rated for underwater applications of 2 meters for up to 30 minutes. I believe there's where you charge, there's where you put your micro SD. Here's the mount on the bottom, and I guess it's just a bounce gasket for the outside to make sure it can take more of a bump. Not bad. Alright, so I've taken her out, I've messed around with her a little bit. Here are all the attachments we got. This one, of course, attaches directly to a bar or a bike. Here we have the standard. Here we have for dash cam. Not sure off the top of my head what this one's for, but maybe that's for strapping to something. But yeah, the one thing that I'd really like for this that it doesn't come with is a simple lanyard. I don't have anything to hook up right in here, which is interesting because they'd put it there. You'd think they'd support it. Over here, we have the position that we plug in the data and the USB mini. It should be said that you can just attach a USB micro to your computer. This will come up just as if it is an SD card. It does not have exFAT. It only has standard FAT, which means that it can only make files up to, I think, what is it, 4 gigabytes, something like that. But that's not such a big deal. Next up, let's have a quick look at the type of videos that this unit can capture. Here's a quick 17-second sample video. This is in 720 and it is 53.8 megabytes. I believe this is the best quality that this camera can achieve. The file transfer rate on this unit is definitely pretty slow. As you can see, I'm only getting about 6 megabytes a second, and this is a really good memory card, so... Here's a video of the capture I got while using this as a dash cam. It's not the best dash cam in the world, but it definitely isn't the worst. It holds pretty firm and stern so that you don't get a lot of jiggle. And man, with cheap dash cams, that wiggle can really ruin a video. The roads are mildly, moderately, right there. I just hit a pretty big bump. And it hasn't affected the video very much. So, as a dash cam, not so bad if you have it plugged in all the time. I kept this thing plugged in for about, I want to say 10-minute drive, and I'm already 1/3 down on the battery life. So, we're going to have to run a battery life test on this thing next, folks. Now, here's a morning shot of the same view. This is just about lunchtime, I should say. The picture is definitely a little bit dark and washed out. It definitely records at 30 frames per second, 720p, which isn't bad considering the money that you pay for the technology here. There are no LED lights on this thing, so there's no nighttime vision. Also of note, it's still very difficult to read license plate numbers. Next up, let's test it out on my workbench where I have much better lighting. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, and today I'm going to do a review on this old boot. That's right, not only am I going to do a review on this dashing boot, but I'm going to be doing it on this little camera to give you an idea of how good the audio is and how good the video is in a reasonably lit environment. This video is brought to you by Boot. Okay, let's test out the claims that this thing is waterproof. Unfortunately, I have to put it down with a rock because if I don't, it floats, which is probably really good for recovering the unit, but maybe not so good if you're trying to do an underwater test. Alright, we've had her in there for about 20 minutes. Time to take the rock off and see how she did. So yeah, I took her out, got the data off of it. You've already seen the video to it, but as you can see, it definitely passed the test. It did not die in the drink. I like it. I gotta say, it's definitely worth 40 bucks. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Now, after playing around with this thing for a while, we discovered that it gets about 46 minutes of record time. It will use SD cards. Well, the sky's the limit, but it'll only actually see about 20 gigabytes, which is interesting. It'll record videos up to 4 gigabytes within the standard settings, but if you have it set up for car recording, then it records every, geez, I think it's about 3 minutes it makes a new recording. So that's it from me, folks. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. I definitely recommend this if you want something just to have some fun with. Have a good one, folks, and as always, take care of each other.